Life can be hard, whether you're going through drug addiction, going through a divorce, battling for custody of your kids, or dealing with the loss of a loved one. I've been through all of those, and I know how challenging and hard it can be. But what I also know is that there's a way through it, and there's actually a simple way that you can ensure that you can come out of those situations. And part of that is through your daily disciplines and your daily routines. And what I want to give you guys today is 5 habits that will radically transform your life. Let's get started. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the Street Leadership Channel, where we empower leaders to overcome adversity, increase their revenue, and scale their business. Let's dive in. The first habit that I want to give you is you have to feed and strengthen your body every single day. So what does it mean to feed and strengthen your body? Ultimately, what that means is you have to prioritize yourself and your self-care. I want to give you a few of the things that I do on a daily basis to try to feed and strengthen my body. The first thing I do is I wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. At 5 o'clock, I go downstairs and I grab 8 ounces of lemon water. And I drink lemon water to start the day. Then I do a 20 to 30 minute session in the sauna. And while I'm in the sauna, I'm actually reading the Bible, trying to strengthen my relationship with God. From the sauna, I do a 3-minute cold plunge in my backyard. And I can tell you that even though I try to do it on a consistent daily basis, it has never once gotten easier. Every single day, I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I'm trying to negotiate with myself that it's okay to sleep in, it's okay to skip the sauna, it's okay to not do the cold plunge. But ultimately, what you're doing is you're conditioning your mind that when you say it's time to go, we go. To most people, that might seem extremely intense, and I would agree that it is. But I didn't start that way, all right? It started with just showing up and going to the gym, and that was in the afternoon or the evening time. There was a book I read called Atomic Habits that talked about even just showing up at the gym, you're building that strength and conditioning your mind of just getting into the gym. Once you get to the gym, generally you're like, all right, I'm already here. The hardest part is just getting there, right? And so for you, maybe it's going to the gym, maybe it's going to sleep a little bit earlier, maybe it's waking up a little bit earlier. It doesn't have to be any drastic shifts or changes where you totally radically change everything that you're doing overnight, but start consciously looking at how can I start to feed and strengthen my body. All of those small little disciplines are going to start compound and make a drastic change in your life. The second one is you have to feed and strengthen your mind. 80% of success is your psychology. You can have the best strategy in the world, but with the wrong psychology, you'll still mess it up. Part of, feeding and strengthening your mind is realizing that you're not alone, right? All of us go through the same type of emotions. We have the same fears, the same insecurities, the same doubts, the same wishes, the same dreams that we want for our lives. And ultimately, you realize that we're all a lot more connected than we realize. By choosing to start feeding and strengthening your mind, what I mean by that is, you could start reading. You could start listening to an audiobook or to a podcast, or even watching these YouTube videos. And you start to put good things into your mind, it's going to start changing the way that you think. And if you can start changing the way that you think, you can start changing some of your beliefs. And when you start changing some of your beliefs, it starts changing some of your actions. And I would encourage you not to maybe read a fantasy book or, something of that nature, but actually, read something that's going to teach you some sort of success habit, whether it's on attitude, whether it's on sales, whether it's on your health or leadership. There's books on pretty much anything that can help you get to the next level in your life. One of the other things is, now everybody has Bluetooth in their cars. You can get an audiobook or a podcast. And even when you're driving to work, instead of listening to the radio that maybe isn't the most productive, You could have an audiobook on or a podcast going that's teaching you something that's going to add value to your life. And ultimately, the more value that you add to yourself, the more valuable you become. So do something every single day to start feeding and strengthening your mind. Make sure that you're putting good stuff in, and the more good stuff that you put in, you're going to get more good stuff out. The third thing, and this could be one of the most important things, is gratitude. And a lot of people, I think, struggle with gratitude or maybe don't necessarily understand gratitude. But gratitude is just being thankful for the things that you currently already have in your life. And whether that's the relationship that you have, whether it's, your kids, whether it's the home that you're living in, the air that we're breathing, the streets that we get to walk on that we didn't build, the chair that I'm sitting on that I didn't have to go and build. There's so many things that we could be appreciative of that I think most of us take for granted. And when you start using gratitude or recognizing gratitude, the things that you have to be grateful for, you're going to start attracting more of that good stuff into your life. And I think a lot of times what people focus on is all of the lack or the things that they're missing in their life, the things that they wish that they had more of that's not enough. And when you're focused on those things, essentially you're attracting more lack and more of those things that you don't want into your life. And it actually has the opposite effect. You gotta have an attitude of gratitude. And if you have the attitude of gratitude, I promise you, you're going to start seeing and attracting more abundance in your life. If you're interested in getting started with us and coming to work with me personally, click the link below and you'll be able to join our team. We have multiple positions across the U.S. open, and we would love to have you a part of our team and to be a part of your journey. The fourth one is you have to control your time. Otherwise your time is going to control you. And so most people, I think, are flying by the seat of their pants, with a ton of to-dos and feeling extremely overwhelmed. And if that's how you're operating your life, you're operating your life under a certain level of stress and anxiety. Ultimately, what you have to learn how to do is how do you start prioritizing and taking control of your time? And more importantly than just taking control of your time is asking yourself the question, what is the outcome that I really, really want? And if you know what the outcome is that you want, then you can start to prioritize, okay, what are the things I need to do in order to get this outcome? Because the way that most people operate their lives now is by a series of to-dos. I need to do the laundry. I need to do the dishes. I need to pick up the kids. I need to go to work. I need to go to the gym, right? And, all of those things may be important, but what is the ultimate outcome that you're hoping to get from those? And when you realize, okay, this is the outcome that I want to be healthy and fit. Okay, then you are able to start prioritizing, okay, I have to go to the gym. I need to be conscious of what I'm eating. It might be, hey, the outcome is I want to have a great relationship with my wife. And so then it becomes, okay, I need to prioritize our date nights and spending quality time together. And so when you have the outcomes that you want and kind of the goals and the targets of where you're going, then you can kind of work it backwards into, all right, what do I need to do today to achieve that outcome? I like to use my Google Calendar. So on Sunday, I'll go through and be like, okay, what are the outcomes that I want for this week? One of them could be, I want to create great quality content to be able to add value to people's lives who are listening. And so I know that in order for me to do that, I have to spend some time in order to create these videos and to make sure that I'm delivering the best thing that I can to my audience. Another one is, I need to make sure that I'm prioritizing my health. And so, that's why I do the sauna and the cold plunge and the gym and all of those things, right? And so you can start to plan your week on Sundays and figure out what are the outcomes that I want for this week. And then you can start to prioritize, okay, these are the things that I do need to make sure that I get done in order to achieve this outcome. And the fifth one is to take massive, bold action. You can have the greatest dreams and wishes that you want for your life, but none of that is going to matter if you don't have the action behind it to make it a reality. Everything that you want in your life is going to require hard work. And so you have to develop the discipline to do what's necessary. And ultimately, massive action wins. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't take action on it, you're not going to be successful. You may not have a very good strategy, but you take bold, massive action consistently, and you will eventually get the results that you're looking for. And so these are the 5 habits that I believe will help to transform your life no matter what adversity you're going through right now. This is just the beginning of your journey, so that's why I've created a whole series of videos to help you master your life. Go ahead and click on the video that's on your screen now, and I'll see you there.